Welcome back to Dads Talk Podcast. We bring you hidden gems of great girl dads, great information, fathers bonding and raising our daughters. New location again. Last year we were at First and 10 Barbershop. Now, as you can see, we're at the beautiful Lions Den House of Grooming. We want to thank Sean Hicks again for letting us use this place as our, our host site. He's been generous with us, and one day we're going to get him on camera to talk about his daughter. But today, I have the pleasure, the honor of introducing a musical legend.
Mike McCoy.
I gotta do it right first, and then we can call you Mike. But in the music world, folks don't know. I mean, area-wide, nationwide, travels around the world. He's a disciple.
Sound like nationwide on your side.
People don't know the side of him. Y'all go find out today. He has an outstanding group. He's a disciple of Richard Smallwood, legend in the music industry. He's probably your favorite artist and director. Minister.
Man, you're saying some good things about him, man.
Hey, all respect, all respect. Minister,
You,
Mike McCoy.
Kevin,
Nice to meet you.
good to be here.
And of course, as always, my co-host, Kevin Ladd.
Thanks for having me again.
All right, so we're going to jump into it. Mike,
Jump into it. Yes, sir.
I don't want Pastor to get mad at me for calling you
Man,
Mike.
call
So
me
you
Mike, man.
let them,
Mike.
everybody know, we got to go through the whole,
Call me Mike.
give him honor
Mike.
and, have the whole church thing.
That's that church stuff, man.
Yeah, so today we just
We're at
talked.
the Lions Den.
We're at the Lions Den, being girl dads.
Right.
And again, thank you again for
My honor, man.
coming to talk with us about being a girl dad.
Appreciate it.
But we will do some, I guess, as they say, do our homework. So we can educate people on who you are. Not everyone's into gospel music. And to really understand the gem that we have in this area in you. How did you get your beginning into church, even before the music?
Well, first of all, of course, my mom and dad was in the church. And actually, my dad was a pastor.
Really?
He was a pastor. I grew up in Southeast DC. So I was like in a halfway house. I had one foot in the church.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
One foot out of the church. But it was the music that was compelling that kind of kept me somewhat in the church too as well. So, I went to school. I went to McKinley Tech.
Okay.
I went to UDC.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the music program there, and music just been a big part of my life. I think when I was about 4 or 5 years old, my mother bought me this little toy keyboard, and I just began to play it, and it started making sense. And from there, it's history. So music has been my life. I love what I do musically. I do gospel, but I also do a little bit of, I actually got an R&B CD too. A lot of people don't know that.
I didn't know that. Didn't know that.
I do. It's called The Language of Love. I do have a R&B CD, so I do a little bit of both. But gospel is really my thing now.
So as far as being a musician, you started playing the keys. I know sometimes musicians jump around. So do you play drums as well? Do you play anything else? Like, what's the full gamut?
This one surprised you because I don't think you know this. I did used to play the drums. I used to play the bass guitar, but guess what else I used to play? Trumpet.
So you right there with Gavin.
That's right. I
Right
used to
there
play
with
the
Gavin.
trumpet. I was in the band and everything, so trumpet was my instrument, man. So I love playing the trumpet. Then when I saw your daughter play the trumpet, that made me feel good.
Everybody jokes about her. Now we joke, but she was forced to play it.
Really?
Yeah. So I tried to put her in sports. So my wife and I put her in everything. She's boxed. She's played track and field. She went into basketball, but my nephews were playing. And because they were playing, she felt the pressure that the family thought she had to be just like them when she first started and said, I refuse to play. I want to do my own thing. Now, my wife is musically inclined.
Absolutely.
I am not. I'm all sports. I'm going to come back to this, but I'm going to the point to where one day we're all in the car driving and what's his name? Brian Courtney Wilson? He had a song and I'm singing my heart out. And Gabby's in the back seat and she taps me on the shoulder and she says, Daddy, don't do that. Let me and mommy say. So she shut it down. So that's all music. But when she came home in fourth grade, when they first have you pick an instrument, she came home and like most young ladies, they wanted to play. We at the time, Shauna was doing some music and Chelsea Green, the violinist.
Yeah.
We were doing some work with her and Kevin Powell and all of them, and we were working on Shauna's CD. And she was like, well, Chelsea could teach me how to play violin or flute or whatever else. And I told her no. And she said, why not? I said, because let's turn on the TV or go on the computer. How many girls do you see playing the violin? She said, a bunch of them. I said, how many girls do you see playing the flute? She said, a bunch of them. I said, show me a female trumpet player. She said, I don't see too many. I said, now show me a black one. I said,
Rare.
I said, and that's why you're gonna play trumpet. Because if you get good at this, you automatically, that's your gimmick, that's your thing. That's how you're gonna make your way playing. Since you don't wanna do this other stuff, we're gonna play trumpet.
That was cool.
She fell in love with it ever since.
That's good.
Yeah. So that's how y'all
She's a
bond.
great trumpet player too.
Thank you. I have nothing to do with it. So now they say McKinley, UDC, and when you start writing music?
Ooh, I want to say I started writing music. I think I was about 14 years old when I was back then they had like junior high school, so I was at Woodson Junior High School. So I started writing music at Woodson, and then it just kind of carried on. But I never thought my music was good, so I just kind of kept it to myself. I might have shared it with a couple of people, but I never really thought it was good until one day I just shared it with somebody and they loved it. So it led to one thing, so that's how it kind of happened.
So here's another, I guess, question, and I always relate everything to sports. So Kevin and I are sports guys, and we compete. My brother played basketball, we compete. A lot of people don't know your brother.
A lot of people don't know my brother. I have a younger brother, his name is Marvin McCoy. He's a musician too. So was there competition? Well, see, he'll tell you now, I taught him how to play.
Oh. So my brother would say he taught me how to play basketball, but I feel like I'm better than him.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, my brother's better than me now. You know what I mean? You know that the student always becomes better than the teacher at some point, So my brother is better than me, but it was always just like sports competition, just like in the band. We had competition because I wanted to be first chair.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So like Gabby, I wanted to be first chair, so I don't want to be second chair. So it was competition here too.
Tell you another secret. I actually met your brother before I met you.
Really?
My wife, either she had a gig or we just was visiting churches and visited his church, him and his wife's church.
Okay.
And we met, what's his name, Gregory Butler?
Yeah, Greg Butler.
Somehow we got tied in with all, and we visited his church 2 or 3 times. So I knew your brother before I heard of you.
Wow. Small world.
Yeah. That's why I brought him up to see the competition.
Oh yeah, it still was competition now. Yeah. Even when I taught him, but it still was competition after that. Oh yeah.
So is it still to this day? Because my brother and I would still argue. Neither one of us can play anymore.
I don't think there's any competition now. I mean, as far as we're concerned, it just is what it is. And I pretty much given him the reins. I mean, like I'll tell everybody, oh yeah, he way better than me. So no,
he's pretty good then. Because
there's no competition whatsoever. I think we kind of hype each other up,
Yeah. Then he definitely has to be really good now. Because one of the things I admire, and I may get in trouble for saying stuff like this, is the way you direct music.
You won't get in trouble.
I'm old school, right? So I'm ministry. I'm not industry.
Right.
A lot of churches, not calling any churches names.
I get you, right.
And big name directors around the country have made the music about them. So even like you had a concert, 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
3 weeks ago, the other day. you even backed up into the crowd so no one can see you direct. I pick up on stuff like that. I don't know if you do it purposely or that's just your behavior, but you have people who are up dancing.
Oh, yeah.
And you see them more than you see the music.
Yeah. It's more attention. They want the attention. It's funny that you said that because today I was in the parking lot and I actually was at a meeting. I was leaving the church and this lady popped up from nowhere. She was in the parking lot. I don't know what she was there for. And she said, you sang a solo a couple of Sundays ago. And she said, how come you don't sing often? And I said, well, I'm more interested in pushing other people out, making other people hear. It's not necessary for me to be out front all the time. So, and she said, I really appreciate it, but I never thought about that. She said, but you should sing more. I said, well, I'll do it every now and then, but it's not like I don't have to have all the attention.
Right.
And it's the same way with my group. I don't, even though it's my name out front, but I really push them out more so because
they own.
I was getting ready to say something. Them jokers could sing.
Speaking of your group, my wife sings in your group.
Yes, she does.
She's honored.
The honor is mine. Trust me.
We joke how, again, when we first met you, you all were performing somewhere and it was at a brunch. And I wasn't big into the music back then. I met her and that's how I got into gospel music. And she was singing with Brian Spriggs at the time and we was enjoying that.
Right.
Love Brian Spriggs.
Right. I do too. Love him.
Great guy. Love
Right.
Brian Spriggs. But you all was singing that day and she says, oh, she stopped eating. I'm like, you put your food down. She was like, you know who up there about to perform? I was like, who?
Oh,
she was like, Mike McCoy. I'm
Oh,
like,
Lord have mercy.
I ain't gonna lie, I got my feelings. Why are you so excited about another man? I'm sitting there paying for this food. You gonna stop eating and look at another man? What's going on? But nah, just and then she got a call. I forget who contacted her that she was invited to come sing in your group.
Yeah.
She called her mother.
Oh,
She
man.
called everybody. You won't believe who I'm about to sing with. I'm going to sing with Mike McCoy. It made her work.
When I tell you something, LaShawn has been a joy and to be in the group. I don't do auditions. I handpick people, so I watch people. So I've been studying her. She probably just didn't know it. So I've been studying her for years, and I said, you know what? I wonder would she be interested in singing with the group. So yeah, she said yes. So to me, she made my day more so than her. Me making her day, but she made my day. She was a joy. Everything about her personality, and it's not necessarily always about how well you can sing.
Right.
It's almost like basketball. Do you fit?
That's it.
You know what I mean? And she fits. She fits the culture of our group. So,
And
and
I
she
mean-
can sing too. So that's another thing.
And it got to be hard because again, when I do come to you guys' concerts, because again, I'm not a music person, but I come to support when I can. It's so many great artists that anytime, whether it's Hurricane Helen.
Yeah.
So I've told them before, my personal favorite in the group, it's not even my wife. Robert Person.
Oh yeah, that's my
Oh,
boy. Oh yeah,
that's
man.
my-
I call him the Luther Vandross.
Yeah, I think he
know.
thinks I'm joking when I say it. When we did Blues Alley together one night or something back in the day, and I was like, oh, nah, that's the guy. She's like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, whenever Robert sings,
Yeah.
I'll be at a concert, and I'm just like, all right,
Yeah.
like the music. What, 3 weeks ago you called Rob? I was like,
Yeah, Robert can sing.
Oh, that's my guy.
To me, he's the Luther Vandross of the group. He's he's smooth and debonair. But he has a great voice. Though.
Yeah,
he has
yeah.
a great voice.
love to hear Robert sing and minister. So I know you have Mondays, Minister Mike.
Moments with Mike.
Tell us about that.
That came. It's about a year ago. Just thoughts come up in your head. So I said, well, why not just talk about it? So I started doing Moments with Mike every Monday. Then I stopped. And next thing you know, people were saying, hey, I missed Moment with Mike. It was encouraging. Why'd you stop? I was like, I just stopped because I just kind of got tired of doing it,
Right.
But so many people have been asking, for me to do it again. So I picked it up again, and it's really starting to really grow. I was doing it every Monday, but now I'm doing it every other Monday.
Okay.
And some of it is, some of it, the content
things have to grab my attention for me to maybe talk about. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just don't like think, okay, I'm gonna talk about this, I'm gonna talk about that. You know, no, something usually grab my attention, and then I'll think about it, and then I'll write my little thoughts down, and then I just do my little thing on Mondays with Mondays.
And so
with Mike.
I know I watch it on Facebook, but is it only on Facebook or where else can
It's on Facebook, it's on Instagram, and now what's the day?
Today's
Tuesday or Monday?
Monday. Right, because
Monday.
Shauna actually forwarded me today. She was like, "Did you see this one?" I'm like, "I got it. I'm on it. I'm on
So
it."
I put it on Monday today, and now it's on YouTube now too as well. So it's
Okay.
on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Yeah.
Cool. And so, again, we went over that, and we were talking about your music. You have the group, and you have a new single out.
I have a new single out. It's called Great and Marvelous. I appreciate it. It's doing very, very well. Actually, a friend of mine wrote it. I didn't write that song. A friend of mine, his name is Michael White. He wrote the song.
Another great singer in the area.
Another
Oh my
great singer.
God.
And he's been asking me for years. He's asked me for years, hey man, when you gonna record this? Because y'all singing better than us.
I mean, that's hard because you have him, you have Jeremiah Hicks there at K-Fame.
Yep.
The musical
jokers can
artists in
sing.
this area, it's.
Yeah.
So Kevin, I'll tell you, it's like how we talk about how much sports talent we have. I dove into their world. It's amazing how many great artists that we have in this area. Some you hear on the radio, but again, you have some artists who you don't know wrote their song or perform better because it's ministry over it. Again, my whole motto, and Bobby Jones taught us this years ago, he was like ministry over industry.
Absolutely.
You know, and you can make it that way either way. But and where can we find that single?
On all your social media outlets, everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. You know, they don't make CDs no more like they used to. You know what I mean? So you can't go to the store and buy a CD, but it's on all social media outlets. Appreciate that shout out.
No problem, man. No problems.
You got to take me to a concert one time.
Oh.
Yeah, man, Cam, come on.
You got to take me, man.
You're gonna be the tallest thing there, but come on.
I'm used to it.
We're gonna get you in the group. We're just gonna lip sync.
I'm fine with that.
You fine with that?
I sing for real, though. I ain't no good, but I'll do it.
Well, you know, singing is really just an extension of words. You know what I mean?
I hear you. That sounds good to me.
So now, as we always talk about, again, we related to sports, and I push my daughter in different sports. You have two daughters.
I have two daughters.
Tell me about being a girl dad.
It's one of the best things that could ever happen to me. I love when my oldest daughter was born, and you know when my wife and we agreed on her name was Brittany Janae McCoy, and when we brought her home from the hospital, you remember that movie Roots? You remember he went outside? Man, my wife was gonna kill me. I went outside. I held my daughter up and say, "Your name will be Brittany Janae McCoy." Man, my wife was so mad at me. But you know, I just love being a girl dad. It's so much a part of me. It's who I am.
Yep.
With both of my daughters. But and I love them equally, but you know, you always kind of gravitate to the oldest because that's the oldest one. Now, I couldn't do the other one like that. I didn't take her outside and lift her up in the air, but I love being a girl dad.
Now, one of them, I'm not sure which one is a doctor.
Brittany, the oldest
Brittany's
one.
a doctor.
She's a doctor.
So how was that support? Because I know it was some restless nights for her, some stressful, and you're used to ministering to us. Tell us how it is to minister to your kids.
Well, you know, so my daughter, she went to DC public schools too. She graduated from I can't think of the name of the school in Banneker.
Okay.
In Banneker, DC, and so she went to Lafayette College first in Pennsylvania, and man, when she come home, I might be changing subject, but when she used to come home, and because at First Baptist Church again, we used to have like 5 or 6 services one time. You know what I mean? We used to have a night
Before
service.
COVID,
You know what I mean? Every Sunday night we had a service, and so my daughter came home, and so when she would go back on Sunday, and so my wife was like, "Well, you know, I'm gonna put her on the train." I was like, "Oh no, you're not. I'm gonna take her." So she was like, "Well, you know, you got service." I said, "That's okay."
And so after 5 services,
5 services.
You would
And
drive
I would
up.
drive her to 4 hours to Pennsylvania and drive back home.
And talk about a
And
girl
she
dad.
came home a lot. And I said, no, she's not taking the train. She's not catching the bus. I'm going to take her. She said, well, you tired? I said, I'm not too tired to take my baby.
Okay. That's a girl dad.
That's a girl dad.
That's the difference between a girl dad and a boy dad.
Oh, yeah, because I got a son, but no, you. Here go your bus ticket, you know.
Like I say, love the boys,
Right.
but
Right, it's different
I
with
tell
girls.
everybody it's a difference. And you have to have a little girl to know
Yeah.
the feeling that we all have as girl dads.
And you know what? To some degree, it's just really unexplainable.
Right.
You know, they're just closer to your heart than almost anything. You know.
It's unfrozen ice cream. It's just soft. It's unfrozen ice cream.
Yeah.
I mean, they can get you upset, but at the end of the day, they're going to look at you. You're going to say you're not going to do it. You're going to say you're going to get on them.
Yeah.
But then you go sit in the room like, maybe I was too hard.
Yeah.
Let me go try to make it up.
Yeah.
But again, with that boy,
Oh, yeah.
go sit down.
Push them out there. But my girls, man, I love my girls so much. And I'd do anything for them.
Absolutely.
And they know it too.
Yeah.
Ice cream. They know it.
Man, take advantage of that. They know it, so they're going to take advantage.
Yeah. Or at least try.
Yeah, try.
At least try. Yeah.
We'll try.
Yeah.
So you have the 2 girls, a boy, and grandkids.
4 grands, and they all girls.
So you in deep.
I'm in deep. I got girls all around me, man. All around me. I mean, I'm in deep, but I love all of them. And they call me, my grandkids call me Papa Daddy. Now,
Papa
I don't
Daddy.
know where they got that name from. They just started calling me Papa.
That's a
Daddy.
new one.
That's a new one, right? They don't
Papa
say
Daddy.
Granddad. They don't say Papa. They say Papa Daddy. I don't know where they heard it from, but that's what they call me.
And you say, yes, man.
Absolutely. Give them whatever they want.
What's their ages? If you
My
can-
oldest is actually in college. She's in University of Maryland.
Okay.
So I don't even know how old she is, but she's in college. I think she's I don't know, 18. She's 17 or 18, 19. She's graduating early.
Okay.
And my other one, she is Lyric. I think she's 13. Then I have a 9 and a 3-year-old, Madison.
So
She can get what she wants to.
Oh, she's probably the queen.
Yeah, she can get what she wants to.
She's the queen of it.
And I got to tell their parents, no, I gave it to them.
Because what you say, go.
I gave it to them.
Yeah. So you spoke of your wife earlier, and this may be a sensitive subject, but it's something else I want to commend you on. Because we have our girl dads, we also have our wives. And I've watched from afar the support you and your daughters. Many don't know his wife is a miracle.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
His wife is a miracle. And the miracle happens when you do what God called you to do.
Yeah.
So yes, you minister to all of us, but I think you and your daughters and what you've done with your daughters, close rank in the prayers. His wife is a cancer survivor. If you can tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so my wife was diagnosed with, she was doing a regular doctor checkup, regular. It was routine, that's what she does. And come to find out, she was immediately diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Breast cancer. It was in her breast, it was in her liver, it was in her lungs, it was in her bones. And the doctors, they was like, we don't really think she's going to live long. They said she was going to be on chemo for the rest of her life. But we faith people. We believe in prayer. We believe that God can heal. And the doctor said, well, she is going to be on chemo for the rest of her life.
Right.
My wife hasn't been on chemo for 2.5 years now. And the doctors to this day, man, are still, because she still has to go back and get PET scan and stuff,
Of course.
But the doctor to this day are still amazed. But we serve a great God, and the title of the CD, Great and Marvelous God. So he's great and marvelous, and he can do great things, And she asked me a couple of days ago, because we had some friends, and they died from cancer. And so she said, well, why am I still here? And I said, I can't answer why you're still here, but the only thing I can say is only because of God.
That's it. That's it.
That's the only answer I can give you. You're still here because the doctor said she had one of the most aggressive cancer that
95% of people who have her cancer die. So she's in a 5%.
Wow.
So, but, we believe God, and, we really try to live out our faith. We don't really try to force Jesus on anybody, but we really try to live out our faith. And one of the things that we did do, we just put scriptures all around the house, like healing scriptures. So even when she went into the bathroom, there was a scripture there. When she was in the kitchen, there was a scripture in there. In the patio room, there was a scripture everywhere. Because we do ultimately believe the word of God, and so. And I wanted to, there's a scripture that says, be ye transformed. I'm not preaching, but there's a scripture that says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Right.
And because when you have cancer, it affects your mind.
Right.
This is what's more in your body, but it affects your mind. So my posture was to get her mind clear, and, make sure her mind was strong. Just like basketball players, like you said, we friends, but we're going to compete,
Absolutely.
So I wanted to make sure her mind was strong. And that was the reason why we post scriptures, because it's almost affirmation. Just keep feeding her affirmation. And, she's still here.
But again, I think that relates back to you being a great girl dad and head of your household.
Yeah.
It affected her mind, but you protected it.
Absolutely.
Because you're the head that God placed over her, your daughters, and now your grandkids see that.
Absolutely.
So as I said earlier, but you're ministering from in the back and just you step back and let God do it.
Yeah.
Instead of us, a lot of times we want to do things. We want to say, I got healing hands, this and that.
Yeah.
Now understanding is God working through you.
Absolutely.
So even at that point, you put up the scriptures. It's not me telling you you'll be healed. It was God saying you'll be healed.
Absolutely.
The scriptures you put up everywhere, you had God speaking to her.
Absolutely. Not me. Right.
But God was speaking.
Absolutely.
Again, that was you ministering.
Yeah.
The way, the effectiveness, the way that you do.
Yeah.
To put God forward first.
Yeah. And that's what we believe, man. We and don't get me wrong, we have fun. You know what I mean?
I think that's a misconception of people that think people of faith don't have fun. Like,
no, man. No. I mean, church is what it is. I love church, and but I love having fun too. I mean,
absolutely.
I really do like having fun. It might not seem that way a lot of times because it may seem like I'm, like.
It's a time and place for everything.
Absolutely.
Time and place for everything. If we're in church, we're there to honor God. Right. So it's not, I'm not there to play.
Somebody said, you look serious all the time. I say, well, you don't know me.
There you go. Because people say I got one of those resting mean faces.
Yeah.
And my daughters, all her friends are afraid of me because they say I look mean. Yeah. And she's like, yeah, you just don't know my daddy.
I think that's the reason why my daughters ain't got married yet.
Everybody's scared.
Everybody's scared. I think they're scared of me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of them married. But it is what it is. But I'm not rushing it though.
Right.
I'm clearly not rushing it. But one of the things I do want, and I want my daughters to understand too, that whatever man comes into your life, they need to treat you like I'm gonna treat you.
Absolutely.
I open the doors for my daughters.
Right. You set the standard.
I'm setting the standard.
Setting the standard.
And if them jokers can't, I'm sorry, can I say that? If them jokers can't meet the standard, so be it. You know what I mean?
You could have said more than jokers. Okay. But yeah, so again, we went over that, and we also have another mutual friend.
Who's that?
Your wife's brother, Ron.
Yeah. Crazy Ron.
Crazy Ron. Great guy, man. I met him through my brother. Again, someone else I met before. It's crazy how everything ties together.
Yeah.
I was younger, and I think my brother and Ron either worked together, but somehow we get to hanging out, and he's been the same guy since I met him. He's a genuinely nice, funny,
nice guy.
supportive guy.
Crazy, but he's a nice guy.
Crazy, but
he got a good heart.
Very good. When I talk to him, whenever he speaks to me, the first look on his face is concern. Like, how you doing? You okay? Mm-hmm. And by the end of the conversation, he's going to laugh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's going to smile no matter what's going on. You can tell him you're going through whatever.
Yeah.
He's going to try to brighten your day, make you laugh.
Yeah.
That's him. Most supportive guy. Even like my oldest nephew playing, I don't know when this tradition started, but since he's been little, if Ron came to a game, he would bring a Gatorade. Mm-hmm. My nephew was playing in college. My brother gave him a ticket. Ron shows up. I said, how'd you get a Gatorade in the game? Wow. He pulls it out of his bag. Wow. He ain't mad at a bottle of Gatorade.
Man, he talk about your nephew all the time.
Yeah, he follows up, man. He's been consistent. That's why I'll give that to him.
Good.
Very good friend, very consistent throughout the years. Been the same guy. Like I say, he greets me with concern to make sure I'm okay.
Yeah.
He'll text me out the blue, and I'm like, who is this?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, like I say, he's gonna make you laugh. He's gonna smile. But yeah, your wife's brother Ron.
Yeah, he loves basketball too, man.
Yeah. He's been a constant forever in our lives, man. So again, we have all these different people before.
Yeah, man.
I actually got
to
meet
right.
with you.
Yeah. Ron is a good guy. He crazy, but he good.
But yeah, man. Again, man. Thank you again. You don't know how much of an honor it was.
Man, it's an honor for me, man, to be here, man. When you called me, it was like E.F. Hutton.
So my wife and I reversed it. She was all excited. I was nervous. I said, I'm trying to think of somebody else. And she was like, well, you think, I told you, it's Minister Mike McCoy with her. I said, you think he'll do it? She was like, I'll reach out to him for if you want. I said, he ain't gonna do it. I don't know. I said, go ahead and reach out. So when you reach back, I said, I called my video crew. I called Kevin. I said, I got one. We gotta have him in here, man.
Man, it's an honor for me to be here. It's an honor for me to meet you, Kevin and Dwayne. You know, I appreciate you and your family. I appreciate how you have raised your daughter.
Thank you.
And the consistency that you have with your wife too, man. It's good to see black brothers and, you know, taking care of their families and doing whatever they got to do. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't have a wife, but you got kids, it's good to see brothers taking care of their kids. Because
Absolutely.
So long, brothers, they roll out.
We're breaking that narrative.
Yeah, we got to.
That we're not involved in our kids' lives. It's actually false.
Yeah.
If you do, it's real stats that show that black men are more involved than any other race.
Yeah.
But this is what this does. We hear dads talk. This is what it does to show how involved we are. Again, thank you.
Thank you,
everyone.
man.
Make sure you go out and support Mondays with Mike. Go get his single. And we're going to do the church invitation. Come see us at First Baptist
Church of Glen Island. Our pastor is John K. Jenkins, 600 Watkins Park Road.
That's it. As Pastor would tell us, this here is a good church.
Yeah, this is a good church.
Thank y'all again for tuning in to Dads, man. We had a great time with Minister Mike McCoy. No, I'm going to call him Mike.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I'll call him Minister on Sunday.
Yeah.
We thank Mike McCoy again for coming and blessing us with all the wisdom and gems he's dropping us today. Make sure you all go out and support him. Make sure you all go to YouTube. Go to Dads Talk, Dads and Daughters Talk. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out all the posts we'll be putting out. Ask questions, talk with us, engage with us. Thank you again. We'll see you in the next time.
Peace.
Man, today was a blessing. We had the great legend, Minister. He'll get on me later on for calling him Minister. But Minister Mike McCoy of First Baptist Church of Glen Arden, my minister of music. Come check us out even there. Come to the church. We invite everyone to come church, find out about Christ. But today's episode was filled with a lot of gems of just blessing, teaching, mentoring, and just music from a great gem that we have here in the DMV. Make sure you all go out and support his music, support his Monday talks, and just support each other. Support our daughters, support our families. And again, comment, like, subscribe, and find us on YouTube at Dads and Daughters Talk. Also, check us out on the website, ccscenter30.org. But again, make sure, first of all, go to YouTube at Dads and Daughters Talk, subscribe, comment, send us some questions, and we'll see you on the next episode.